Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is April 28th, and today is Thursday. I want to thank everybody who is watching this right now, anybody that does come into the live as we go, and also anyone who watches this on the replay. Let me lower my phone. Give me a second. You guys don't need to be hearing all the alerts. Give me 1 second. How are you guys doing today? Let me lower this. Yeah, we don't need to be hearing all my alerts go off. So how's everyone doing today? And I know there were some people before we started that were in the chat, and I'm going to be looking at chat straight from my phone, straight from StreamYard and not my phone. So just keep that in mind, because when I'm live and I look at chat through my phone, my head is down, and by the time my live is done, I have a really bad neck pain. So not going to do that today. So hey Jessie, she says, can't wait to see this. I know Lip Lock was in here earlier. She'll probably pop in again. Delana was here earlier. Hey Barbara, she says, hi Triple C. You guys know that Triple C, that name came from Barbara. I hope you're doing good. Hey Dukes, how are you doing today? I just love your photo, Dukes, by the way. Hey Izzy. Izzy says, hello everyone. Hey Melmac, good to see you. I love your name, Melmac. And then we got Valerie in the house. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. And then we have Sandra A. Sandra, are you a new Sandra, or is this the OG in here? I see you have a different, if you're the OG that is always in here, your name is spelled differently, and then you have your photo different. Just making sure. Hey, Wendy, how are you? Hello. Hi, Nola. Did I say that correctly? From New Orleans. Ooh. Love your channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. So I think I'm going to just jump right into this, you guys. So again, mods, anybody that comes in, say Crazy said hi. Hey, Tiffany from Canada. You guys know I love my Canadians. Every Canadian I have met, oh my God, they are so freaking cool. Like, I can't even say enough nice things. I'm not even pretending. They're like the ones I've met. I'm just saying, I just think they're amazing. Hey, Mark, he says, hey, Crazy from Massachusetts. What's up? How's the weather over there? Truly amazing. You're new? Okay, Sandra. Well, I'm glad you spelled it the way you did with your capital N on there and then just the spelling, because now I know. Well, welcome. We have someone new in the house, you guys. Another Sandra. Hey, Amanda from Texas. Is it true everything is bigger in Texas? What can I say? You guys know me already. Hey, Lovelyn, how are you? North Carolina. Is it hot over there in North Carolina? Right now in Arizona, it's about 83 degrees. I'm in the house, have not been outside so far. Tiffany says, we're not all cool. She says, I am though. Everyone I've met that's been Canadian have been super cool. So Michigan's in the house, you guys. Hi, Lisa. Truly says that it's cold right now, windy. Really? We also need heat for a couple of days. South Carolina. What's the weather like in South Carolina? Is it hot? South Carolina gets really hot, right? Or am I thinking of somewhere else? All right, you guys. Well, I set up and you guys get all into chat. I want to thank you guys for being here. And I just want to apologize really quick to my subscribers and to my members. I know I have not been consistent whatsoever with going live. I'll say I'm going to go live and then I don't go live. And I am just going to be 100% honest with you guys. I am just extremely mentally and physically exhausted. Okay, so, I do work nights, and anyone who works nights, you have a different way of living, I feel like, because most people get up in the morning, you go to work, you do your things. People who work nights in the morning, they're going to bed, you know what I mean? So it's just different. So, and then mentally, it's just I do cover other cases here, and sometimes emotionally I get a little attached sometimes, and sometimes I just need to take a break from it all. And so, I know I haven't been as consistent with going live, and I just want to apologize because as a creator, um, I shouldn't be saying I'm going to go live and then I don't go live. So that bothers me when I say that. So I'm going to try my hardest not to tell you guys, hey, I'm going to go live tomorrow, because then tomorrow rolls around and I wake up, and I'm like, do I get up right now or do I allow myself to sleep? Or, sometimes it's a lot sometimes. So I do apologize. I will try my hardest. I will try my hardest to be better with going live, you guys. I need to figure out a scheduling and stuff like that, but I'm going to try to be better. So I just wanted to say that really quick. So let's move on. Vanessa says, I work nights for over 20 years. I feel ya. Yeah, and then you wake up in the morning after you go to sleep and you're like, do I get up? Because I would have to get up earlier in order to go live around this time. Because after 3, I just don't like to go live because I am a mom, you know what I mean? And then you guys would be hearing a lot of stuff in the background. So I like to have it quiet for you guys and stuff. So, hey, Carly. I just want to say Carly has the most amazing voice ever. You guys don't know that, but I know it. Mark says midnight snacks. No, I try my hardest not to eat at night when I am working, because even though I'm running around doing things, I don't know, because when I come home then and I go to sleep, I always wake up bloated. I don't know what it is. So I try not to, which is really hard. I drink lots of water. Hey, Stacy, she says I'm late. No, you're not late, love. We're just getting started. Hey, Pink, good to see you. She says third shift is rough. Don't be sorry. No, I don't want to be saying I'm going to be going live and then I don't. I know you guys understand, a lot with me, but I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm not going to be doing that no more. I will be better. Okay, so today's live kind of correlates with last week's live. We went live on Friday. That was a 4-hour live. Oh my gosh, that killed me. But during that live, we kind of talked about Tim Mullins. If you guys remember, we talked about, is he getting the boot? Because we had watched a video that was made that it had communication between, not even it had typed up communication between this lady named Dawn T. Let's not confuse her with Dawn K. They're two different people. So Dawn T, and then communication that Tim said. So it was made into a video, and it pretty much was stating, that that Tim, they didn't need Tim no more, and that this Dawn lady was going to be the spokesperson for Candus, and, they just want Tim to go away, right? So I wanted to see, where did that come from? I wanted to see the whole communication just because of how the video was put out. So I did find it for you guys. Let me add this to the stream really quick. Okay. So I did find this, and a lot of you that are familiar with the Summer Wells case, you guys already know who Tim Mullen is. He is the media manager for the Wells. That's Donald Wells and Candus Bly, Summer Wells' parents, obviously. Why he started and what his actual purpose is, honestly, I still am confused with it all. Let me close this because we don't want to message him. We don't want to message you, Tim. But let me go ahead and show you guys this. So this is his, the media manager's Facebook page. He created this again for the Wells. Now, I wanted to go over this because I know a lot of you, which surprisingly are not on Facebook, which I just think is really crazy because I thought everyone was on Facebook, but you guys always tell me you're not on Facebook. So I thought I would read some of this stuff to you for anyone who don't have Facebook, okay? And I'm not going to look at chat right now, you guys, really quick. So again, obviously this is Sweet Summer. She's been missing since June 15th. Circumstances leading up to her disappearance are still unclear. Still to this day, we are here 10 months later, driving ourselves crazy, I feel like, because we're just trying to figure out what happened to this little girl. And if you guys are like me, sometimes I go back and look at Candus's Facebook which has a lot of photos of Summer, and I go back and I analyze these photos, and I try not to analyze the way they lived. I really try not to, but I do look at Summer's photos. I look how she looks. I look this is just my opinion. Everyone has their opinion, but she just looks so malnutrition. Like, she just looks like this baby girl needs some vitamins. I don't know. It's like part of me just wanted to save her, right? I feel like a lot of us felt like that when we look at her photos, you know. Sometimes it looks like it's dirt on her face. Other times they look like bruises. There's so many different opinions. People have analyzed every single photo with Summer. We really just do not know what has happened to her. But here we are still trying to figure it out. And honestly, you guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here with me and still talking this case. And unfortunately, I don't have stuff from law enforcement to give you guys, anything new, but I do still talk about these things because I see it's things that my viewers, you guys, want to discuss. I also see what people are talking about in the groups, and these are things that people want us to talk about. So I feel it's better to utilize my platform to at least talk about these things, and at least we can still bring in new people to learn about Summer's case, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day, is this little girl right here. Now, again, Tim Mullen, and one big hello to anybody in chat. I'm going to scroll down really quick. So let me first read to you guys this post right here. Now, Tim Mullen uploaded this on April 24th. Okay, can you guys see that on your end? It might be a little blurry. It's still trying to load, I think, from StreamYard. And Pink says, what happened? What happened, and why don't the major players care anymore? You know, when did we really see any... Did we ever see from Candus any real awareness spreading for her daughter's disappearance? Have we ever seen that? I say no. You can say yes. I personally don't believe I've seen it. And one thing lately I've been really trying to do, you guys, is I'm trying my hardest to say, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't say that, or I would do that. I'm trying to really look at the dynamics of Candus and Dawn, their relationship, the way they lived, where they lived, what they did for a living, just so many things, their backgrounds, their childhood, just, you know, everything with the way they lived. You know, if that makes sense, the dynamics of them. And not so much of, okay, well, I wouldn't say this, or I wouldn't do this, or I would be doing that, if that kind of makes sense. Exactly. Before COVID, the photos, she looked perfectly fine, and that's in Loveland's opinion. And that's the thing that I want to know. Do you guys agree with that? You know, when we looked at a lot of the photos of Summer, I feel like there were some where she looked stressed, her hair is combed, and then it seems like when you look at the timeline, the more recent ones, she just, and I know children, I have, you know, trust me, I know they grow, they thin out, but I don't know, I just feel like the more recent one, she just looks way thinner. I don't know. It's just, she just looks different to me. It seems like a dramatic difference in my personal opinion. Georgia, no, you're not late to the party. Better late than never is what I say. Izzy says, in her opinion, she feels like Candus never cared for those children. You know, again, I try to take into consideration Candus's upbringing, her relationship with her own mother, and that's why I really want to do a live where we look at any live discussions that they have, you know, talked about Grandis and Grandis's, you know, relationship, or what Candus went through. You know what I mean? We've heard that, you know, Candy left them when they were young and to go be with in a relationship. I feel like Candus in my opinion, she cared about her children the only way she knew how, maybe. Um, but then I also think too, for anybody who's a woman, and if you ever grew up with not a close relationship with your mother, like if you were the daughter that always wanted love, or you always felt like you weren't getting love and you always wondered, why is there something wrong with me, and you always try to do the right thing, you try to do good in school, and oh my gosh, I feel like that doesn't mean that when you become a mom, you're going to be that same way, be how your mother was, if that makes sense. Because I personally come from that background of, I don't have that I never had that relationship with my mother personally. I always grew up feeling there was something wrong with me because how I was treated. I always felt adopted. And I remember thinking, when I have children, I never wanted to be that type of mother. So it doesn't necessarily mean because Candus possibly didn't have a loving relationship with her mother, this is why she's like that, because you can come from that and still do better, right? So I don't know. Hey Sandra, how are you doing today? She says she's listening from work. Well, I'm glad you're even here. Hey Jen, how are you feeling today? New Orleans, she says, hello everyone, late for class. You are not really late. Okay, so let me read this to you guys. Again, this is going to be Tim Mullen's. He is the media manager for the Wells family. At least still right now, he seems to be. So it says that for the 870 people that follow this page, he says, thank you for your thoughts. It has basically served its purpose and has become redundant and repetition and responses, he says. He says, I will begin the process of either deleting random comments or consolidate the questions that have been asked with an answer to each. He goes on to say, then he will delete all other comments, or if he gets too tired, he will shut the page down. He says it is draining too much of his time trying to be kind to many who prefer to argument in folly. He says that there are very many who are wonderful people that have sincere questions, having just entered this arena. He says private messages may be the only route that he takes from now on. He also says that he will ponder this before deciding. Mr. Wells has just over 100 days left today, which when he posted this would have been April 24th, before he can be released in August. He says, other than some news updates and on the website, he says, there is not that much required of him at this time. He says that he has given endless hours to help bring clear answers to how he assisted the family. I still am confused how he assisted the family. Just want to say. He says that he goes on to say that, the unscripted videos, and then he says you can find his work, and then he plugs his YouTube channel. He says, other than that, most everything else is private concerning the family and my relationship with them. Most people understand the reasons, he says. But then he says there are the few that prefer the negative side of all things, so it is in vain to try to convince them otherwise. He says if they will not believe the basics of the videos, they cut themselves off from me and I have nothing else to share with them. He says, since I refuse to talk bad about the Wells family or tell their private matters publicly, he says there is no purpose to being interviewed on any of the YouTube channels that continue asking him. So I guess YouTubers are trying to interview him. Some have tried to ask him to be interviewed. He says, where did I leave off? Sincerely, he says, and then devilishly, he says. He says that he says, I'll speak to no one that tears the family down. He says that is their business on their channels, and they have the reason for doing it, which is fine. So basically, any channel that talks bad about Don or Candus, he will not go on there to, he's not going to talk bad about them. He says he fully supports law enforcement and their skills, experience, technology, and expertise, he says. He says that, talking about law enforcement, they function on so many levels. He says, however, YouTube functions only on a power cord. He says, so I feel more confident in giving my support to law enforcement. Now he goes into naming a couple of things. So he says, likewise, I choose to maintain the foundation of the experts on the behavioral panel, Dr. Phil, the past polygraph test, along with other individuals I will not mention. And I was just wondering, I wonder who he's talking about right there. Along with other individuals I will not mention. I don't know. He says, to viewing the Wells as innocent in the loss of their daughter, Summer, regardless of the endless symptoms continually being built on in the guilty until proven innocent arena of social media. He says that he feels that it is absolutely the process of our nation which leaves law enforcement the freedom to do what they do best. He says that YouTube, where did I go? YouTube has handled too many people. YouTube has handed too many people power too easily, he says. This is a new trend of humanity that is quickly showing its downside. It's always a mixed tree of good and evil. He says power given without character, training, and experience first is dangerous. He says, I'll let each person judge themselves and where they stand. This is not for me to decide. Though at times he says that he had to bite the fist of his lips and typing fingers. Now this part right here, I just thought was pretty interesting right here. He says, looking creepy, creepy Tim, I guess we're going to say, looking creepy as I do, comes with the landscape. Being pounded comes with the landscape. Now he says, now this is what I think is kind of interesting. He says, why should Dawn carry the whole load, or Candus? There is not one person that knows the what's and the whys of what I have done to assist. Yeah, no one knows what you have done. He says, I understand that. I also understand, he says, the curiosity. In one way, it is simple. In another, it is complex, because this is a complex case. And I do agree with that. This case is extremely complex. And I know you guys all agree with me on that. He says the real world is the case itself and law enforcement. The noisy chaos that surrounds it is the digital social media world and news and entertainment industry. Most of what I did, he says, was to keep the noise to a limit so the real world could do its job. So what he's been doing, he is claiming, was to keep the noise to a limit. So the real world, which is law enforcement, he says, could do its job. Why am I just like scratching my head right now? One day he says he might explain it. Well, I wish he would have explained it in this post. But then he gives us some examples. Some examples as such as Lady Diana, he says, is enough. Paparazzi has always had a high risk of causing danger and harm and even death. He says, remember, a person can be pushed to destruction before truth or a case can ever be resolved. And then he says, enough said on that for now. Then he says, just remember, many times their present was your past, but their future may not be their present. I'll just leave that highlighted. And then he says, where did I go? Helping someone is not a fickle, temporarily friendship, but each thing done is always projected to its effect on the future and sometimes long-term future of a person. The investment in the potential of good in a person is never in vain, he says. And then with his closing on this, he says that he may tweak this later. So this post, he may tweak it later, but I think it expresses enough for what the outcome of the media manager page may be. Now he says that he wants to delete the media manager page. He says, I want to delete it, but he needs to ponder that first. So he needs to think about it. He says, I really feel the sincere have received what they need to know. And then he just signs it off with his name and the date and time. I don't know about you guys, but I just thought that, he could have just pondered about it first. And then when he came to, his decision on it, then he could have made the post. You know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know what this is really, why he even took the time to write this. That's just my personal opinion. Hey Meg, good to see you, love. I'm still confused over the weird children's shoe site. Yeah, I tried to look some stuff up with that, and I was getting even more confused. He even talks about that too on April 22nd. He says he has nothing to do with the shoes, especially those being sold with Summer's picture on them. He made another post saying that it's getting real. I have nothing to do with the movie Feet Fable, nor I am a DB, he says. I honestly don't even know on what Tim Mullen's role was. Like, I'm still confused by it. She says the house, which would have been the Wells, became the local party house, perhaps all blew up, and then this happened. Poor kiddos feel for the kids. Yeah, it seems like after 5 p.m., think about it. Dawn gets home from work. Candus, we've heard, that they say that Candus after 5, she starts drinking. It just became. And then Dawn also made the statement that Candus would pass out. And then, when she woke up in the morning, what did he say? She would pass out. And then when she woke up in the morning, watch out or something like that. Liplock says, is he related to another person in Summer's case who tosses daily word salads without ever saying anything? Pink says, it's hard to even keep up to what he is saying. Yeah, I know. And then when I was on here too, one thing I had, and I'm not saying he's just starting this, because I follow the media manager's Facebook, but I don't go on there and look at everything every single day. You know what I mean? So I'll sporadically look at certain things he posts. And I also follow his YouTube channel. I don't know why I don't get any alerts when he does any uploads though. But I do follow both. But one thing I seen when I was looking at this over the weekend, let me get to it. Okay, was this. So recently I seen Brandy Nail. A lot of you, if you're a regular subscriber to my channel, Brandy Nail is Michael Vaughn's mother. He's another little boy. He's a little boy who is missing from Fruitland, Idaho. Did I get that right? And he went missing a little bit over, I think a little over a month after Summer went missing. Complete, total different cases. But Brandy Neal on her, I think it was on one of the groups, Brandy Neal over, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was over the weekend or what, but she had posted something like a website or something. Nothing to do with Tim. I want to make that very clear. She had posted something about Michael though. And in the comment section, I seen Tim on there. And I was like, oh my God, is he trying to talk to Michael's mom now? Like, try to help her out now. Again, I'm not sure how long if he has been trying to talk to her or what, but he had this post on April 3rd, which he says that he sent the family of Michael Vaughn a email. And this would have been on March 2nd that he sent that email. He says, everyone was talking about this case, Michael's case. And he says that I didn't know much about it. He says, someone else I know was heavily brokenhearted about the case. He says, I cannot find a website or anything to get clear information. So he simply offered help to the family. So he's trying to help the family by starting a website for them. He does say, or point them into the proper direction, or encourage them to find someone in their area to do it for them. He says, yes, I truly believe that all missing children families should have a website for their lost loved ones. He says, and no, I did not try to be their manager or anything. But wouldn't that be the same thing as helping them? So I guess he's just trying to say he was just trying, let me see, he says, so I simply offered to help the family start a website. So he's saying he wasn't claiming to be the one running the website, I guess, just to help them start it or encourage them to do it or find someone in their area to do it. He says he is sorry that the Vaughn family, so I guess, did I miss something? He says, okay, so I truly believe that all missing children families should have a website for their lost loved ones. And no, I did not try to be their manager or anything. My message to them was just to let them know it is a good way for them to help promote their child. He says, I am sorry that the Vaughn family misunderstood the intentions of my message. Interesting. So does anybody know what Brandy's, because we know Michael's dad, he doesn't speak publicly. I haven't seen anything with him speaking publicly since they did that, one of the first news press, right, with law enforcement. Remember, it was Michael's mom, his dad, and I believe that was Brandy's sister standing with them. So I'm really interested if Brandy put anything out. I'm going to have to look, because he says, I am sorry that the Vaughn family misunderstood the intentions. Interesting. I didn't know that. I need to look. Hey, Scott, what's up? Good to see you. He says Liplock says the new website for Monkey is up and was created by Nashville True Crime with Brandy's. Okay, yeah. I don't think Tim made the website, but I did see Brandy sharing that website, and then I seen Tim Mullen commenting in the section part of it. Does anyone know? Did Brandy make a statement over this? Maybe he could start with finding lost dogs. Liplock says, we basically punched Mullen in the face when it comes to Monkey. Yeah, I think we all feel like, do not even try to assist them with anything. Mullen tried and was denied. But do you know where was that put out that he was denied? Did Brandy say anything? Redneck barefoot hillbilly woman. Hello, like your name. She says, yes, he was trying to insert himself any way he can. He has done zero for Baby Summer Moon, Utah Wilds, efforts, or case. In my opinion, he needs to evaporate far, far away from any missing children case, in my opinion. Hey, Juicy Jules, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Right? Well, I'm wondering if he's saying, like, from the post we just read about him kind of parting ways, like he doesn't understand. Well, he didn't say parting ways, but how he says that, he doesn't, for the media manager's page, he's like saying that, he wants to delete it. And I'm wondering if he wants to delete it. Let's see. All comments. Because of that Dawn T lady saying for these messages right here that you're going to see. I'm wondering, and then we've heard Candus say it herself that, she didn't trust him. That's all Dawn right there. That, communicated mostly with Tim. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this right here is the video that that video that was made. Remember, we watched it on Friday, and it talked about this Dawn lady saying she represents Candus and all this stuff. Well, I told you guys I needed to find where it came from because I personally wanted to see. Okay, Pink, I wanted to see the conversation. I needed more context to understand all of it. Again, this is Dawn T. She is a friend of Candus. I guess she says she's known her since the very beginning. Ernie did a live. I believe this is the same woman that was on his panel. But this is her post. Look how freaking long this is. Can you guys see this? Look at all this. That's a lot. I'll read some of it. So this lady, again, she comments on, a post that Tim put up, and she says that I have to say, Tim Mullen, that your page for Summer Moon Wilds has not done a whole lot for summer, although it has brought much attention to you and the history of Rogersville, Tennessee, Hawkins County area, as you are quite the historian. She says, I personally would like if you would remove Summer's name from all of your adventures and stories about Hawkins County, especially the ones where you talk about the times that she says you went to meet the Wells family in person. Now, I'm just going to read how it's written, okay? So she says that she wishes he would remove Summer's name from anything that talks about, Hawkins County or Rogersville, Tennessee. And she says that especially the ones where you talk about the times that you went to meet the Wells family in person on their property, where you said you didn't know if you were going to go to their home and be welcome, or whether you were going to be kicked off their property. Or, let me see, how did you put it? Whether you were going to go up on a crime scene where there was tape all over. And then she says, don't quote me on that because it might have been put a little bit different. But either way, it was quite eerie how you put it in it. Sounds like you were trying to tell a ghost story. Now, right here, she says, Tim, she says, that was very disappointing that we are speaking about a real life 6-year-old who is actually missing. And she says, now you might remember this from the recording. She says, say her name, say it loud, say it with meaning. Her name, Tim, is Summer Moon Wells. She says, matter of fact, please stop saying her name because I find it disturbing when it slips off the end of your lips. Stop saying it all because you are doing it no justice. You are doing quite the opposite. And remember, you might remember that part because remember, I'm like, okay, if you're going to write her name, write all of her name. She says right here, the parts that I'm not reading, she just goes on. I don't find any importance to it, honestly, but she says right here, sorry, she says right here, Summer's name, because you are definitely, oh, she says right here, you are not someone that should be mentioning Summer's name because you are definitely not a spokesperson for this child. Not that you ever claim to be. However, you do say you are the media manager, and I don't know what you think you're managing, but only thing you're managing to do is bring a light to this little girl that is not a good one. So please stop using her name in vain. I know that I am not alone in my request. This is another part you might remember from that audio. She says, I know this was something that you and Donald Wells alone had agreed to, that you would become the Wells media manager. Unfortunately for you, Summer has two parents, both Donald and Candus, and now that Donald is incarcerated, well, you are no longer needed to answer to him because I highly doubt that he will be free anytime soon, especially with the reading of the Miranda rights and what's coming ahead in the future, she says. And you got to remember too, everything she is stating too, she is good friends with Candus, right? So this is just, you know her and Candus are talking about all of this stuff. And I'm not looking at chat, you guys, really quick. Bear with me. Now she says, with this being said, I will speak forward for my friend Candus Bly and tell you that she does not need your help. As a matter of fact, she says, as you are aware, she has not spoken to you in nearly 4 weeks, and she will not be speaking to you and does not need your help. She has not wanted your help through any of this because she does not and has not and never will trust you. She finds you very shady and feels that you talk out of both sides of your mouth. I remember that part from that audio. She says, so do the right thing and stop speaking her children's names. Bow out and leave her alone. We know that you are the one that is uploading everything onto the YouTube page, onto the Wells family page, aka finds, and she links Summer's Facebook, the findsummerwells.com page. She says, with that being said, I'm going to suggest that you handle all responsibilities over to Summer's mother because you are no longer needed or wanted in regards to helping. She says, we're also aware that you have been paying Benny Keys to assist you in getting information at no time whatsoever where you give him permission or where you asked to do so, as while this behavior was very shady. You may think that this mother is by herself and then no one is looking out for her. I want you to know that you are completely wrong and you're thinking these people that are looking out for this mother and her children. We have been here for the last 9 months, she says, talking to Candus, and we will not be going anywhere. There is nothing that we have to gain. We are simply doing it because we stand by all victims, mothers, and children, she says. Through all of this, we have never once heard you stand up for her and the abuse that she has suffered at the hands of her husband, again, Don. Now, nor have we heard you speak up for Summer and her brothers. However, we have heard all about Hawkins County all about all the buildings that are no longer in use. We have heard about how long it takes to go down the river and so forth. None of it has anything to do with Summer Moon Wells, a missing little 6-year-old girl who we are all concerned about. The little girl who so desperately wants to come home, the little girl whose family loves her deeply, yet trusted you to be the voice, to be the media manager. So now with all this being said, I have to ask you, what exactly have you done over the last month but be a voice for Hawkins County? Let me sum it up for you. You have done nothing for Summer Moon Wells, nothing at all. So that was the original huge post that she had put out to Tim Mullen. Hey, Bee's Knees. Love your freaking name, Bee's Knees. Right, Christy? Hey, Scott. Other Scott of the house. Our Scott of the house. Christy, so this is coming from all of that I just read right now. That was coming from a woman, this lady, her name is Dawn T. She has been in contact with Candus, you know, almost the whole time. I think a month after Summer went missing, based off what she wrote right here, 9 months. She talks to Candus a lot, and I guess she's also stating that she is going to be the one who is the voice for Candus now, and they want Tim to go bye-bye. They're done with Tim, but we've already known that Candus didn't trust him. We've already known that because Candus herself has stated it. This lady, Dawn, is pretty much going on the media manager's page and letting it be known that he is no longer needed and he needs to leave. Hey, Lisa. I'm glad you made it too, love. Hey, Vicky. She says she's listening while I try to put my face on. That's usually when I listen to a lot of true crime channels, is when I'm putting my makeup on for work. Okay, so she then links, then Tim responds to her, right? So, oh gosh, I hope it's not a lot. Oh my gosh, and he wrote, let's see what he wrote. He says, thank you for your thoughts, Dawn. You know Tim was probably wanting to talk so much shit. I'm just saying that's my opinion. But he says, thank you, Dawn. He says, Candus is always a friend. I never told her she had to trust me. I have no problem if she doesn't. I never pressed her about Summer. And then he says that, as I've said before, she's another man's wife. Their personal relationship is their business. I don't take sides, he says. He says, to me, it is a shame to publicly blast someone like that if I'm not the spouse. He says, I never saw them do anything to each other that I hear others claim. Thus, he says, it is not for me to talk about those things. So even if he did see anything, it's not like he's going to say it anyways, pretty much. He says, I personally know those two love each other, regardless of the opinions from others. His definition of love is interesting, I think. He says, their marriage is their business. They both are adults and know who to contact for help if it is needed. He says he refuses to be part of breaking up a marriage. Where did I go? And likewise, I will not answer every supposed truth. I will not answer every supposed truth that is being spread. He says, I won't spread a ton of time trying to protect myself from the imaginations of people, he says. He says, Candus and Miss Candy could only trust me to the limitations they are able. I expect nothing more from them. I completely understand. And he says, no one will make me try to be at odds with Candus. She is a friend, and I care for her and her family dearly. And then he just goes on and he says, thank you, Dawn, for getting free. Thank you, Dawn, for getting free to express your thoughts. He says, I'm glad you listened to our conversation. Wait, did I miss some replies? Oh my gosh. Dawn likes to type. I'm going to give her that. She likes to say things. She says that Dawn says that she is very good friends with Candus and Mama, so Grandis. So she's very good friends with both of them. And she says, and you don't speak for them. I am not speaking ill of her marriage, she says. I'm being a voice for a woman who is in a marriage that is not healthy. I think we can all agree that that relationship is not healthy. She says that's called empowerment, in case you don't understand that. She says, you may say that you care for her deeply, but you do not know her like that to have that kind of feelings for her. It is totally inappropriate. You may be fond of her as a human being and care for her in regards to her situation, but that is the limits of your feelings for her because you do not know her on any other level. I am not trying to make you be at odds with her. I am simply being a realist and speaking out for my friend, she says. I am a voice for her, and I will not sit back and have someone use Summer's name that is not bringing justice to her name or shedding light in the direction that helps find this little girl. She says the only reason that her name, Summer's name she's talking about, should be spoken is to bring awareness and to assist in finding her, and for no other reason. She is not to be used to give the history of Hawkins County or to tell your little stories. I find that very offensive. So I guess she's claiming, because you know how, if you guys have seen Tim's YouTube channel, right? He takes you around Hawkins County. And I guess she's saying if you're going to be showing around Hawkins County, don't be talking about Summer in the same sentence, pretty much. And that's when this part you guys may remember right here. This is what we heard also in that audio where she says, furthermore, I would suggest that you reach out to Candus and turn over all the copies of her husband's phone contact, as well as all the passwords and information regarding the accounts for Summer. As well, get clarification from her that she will be handling her own accounts from this day forward because she is the head of her family, now with Dawn being incarcerated. You need to respect that Donald is no longer the head of this family. She is. I would really wish that Candus could voice all of this, you know what I mean? But we all know that ain't going to happen. And then I guess she just shares a screenshot of something. She says, at no time did you keep the property safe from the family. Please stop trying to sound important. And then, yeah. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Tim responded to what she's saying, and he says, thank you, Dawn, for getting free to express your thoughts. I'm glad you listened to our conversations and saw I have a great respect for Candus. She is also a great cook. Did he just say Candus is a great cook? Sorry. How do you know she's a great cook? What the? I guess she made him food. I don't fucking know. She is also wonderfully artistic. And then he says, I am happy you are friends with Candus and have stayed dedicated when so many just faked friendships and hurt her deeply. Well, again, we'll see how long she, stays friends with Candus, because it does seem that everyone You guys got to remember too, everyone that's talked to Candus is knowing Candus after her daughter has went missing. You know what I mean? Tim says, what I do with Candus is totally private, Dawn. Only Candus and I know. No one will push me to speak negative about her or tell her business. My respect for her is too vast. She doesn't even know what all has been done to protect her from the secondary chaos of this case. So don't cross me when it comes to Candus. I'll fight for her every time. Wait, what? Oh, now he's getting mad. So, let's see. He says, what I do for Candus is totally private, Dawn. Only Candus and I know. Well, it looks like Candus doesn't even know because obviously she don't trust you and she seems like she doesn't have any contact with you either. It's been mostly Donald, so this is funny. No one will push me to speak negative about her or tell her business. No one is asking you to speak negatively about Candus, first of all. He says, my respect for her is too vast. She doesn't even know, so Candus doesn't even know what all has been done to protect her from the secondary chaos of this case. So is Tim saying that he's done some stuff to protect her from the chaos of it? Like, is he taking that responsibility? Like, what the? I can't believe he just said that. He says, so don't cross me. Ooh, don't cross him, Dawn. Don't do it. He says, when it comes to Candus, I'll fight for her every time. Oh, Tim, shut the freak up. You're not going to do anything. Until further notice, he says, since is Dawn's wife and they both are under God's eyes, I don't mess with marriages. I refuse to get in God's way. I recommend you use that caution too. And someone put this emoji right here. Who put that emoji? Tim put it himself. Let me see. Oh, and then Dawn says, I simply refuse to continue to argue. Okay, this is what I think is funny. When someone says, I will not argue with you no more, but then they write all of this right here. So she's saying she's not going to argue with him. And she says, oh, right here, this is where she says it, right here. She says she won't argue with him on the top part. She says, I am the spokesperson for Candus Bly and her children, including her missing daughter, Summer Moon Wiles. It doesn't, okay, if she's going to be saying her name, can you put her name right, please? With this being said, you are not the spokesperson for this family. If you need this to be clarified for you, I would suggest that you reach out to Candus Bly to have this cleared up for you. Being that you seem to be confused as to your role, she says. She continues on the bottom, says she will not go back and forth with him over this. Someone asks, Dawn, how can you be the boy's spokesperson when they are in a state custody and there is a gag order regarding them? Dawn says the boys are not open for discussion as they have I think she meant gag, but content uploaded on any platform that represents the family members is Candus Bly, the mother's business, which is in turn makes it mine as her spokesperson. So she's claiming she is now Candus spokesperson. She is now them. So if it concerns Candus, guess what? It's going to concern her. If it has to go through Candus, it needs to go through this lady. She says that Candus does not want Tim Mullen handling these platforms as he did when Donald Wild was not incarcerated. And here's the thing with any, if you have a missing child, I also wouldn't want anybody else overseeing it. I would want to be the main person overseeing it. I would have the passwords. I would be in control of it. I would never hand that over to anybody. You know what I mean? So it should have been Dawn and Candus from the get-go. Tim Mullen should have never been handling the passwords or doing any of that information, putting anything like that out. She says, that Tim handled these platforms. Now Tim has no contact with Candus and has not been in contact with her for over years. She does not trust him, she says again, she says she does not trust him, not does she want him handling them. So I think what she meant was that she doesn't trust him and want him handling any of these things. The minor boys are not open to discussion at any point as they are under a gag order. Summer, although a minor child, is only allowed to be discussed because she is missing. She thanks this person. And then other people start to get in here, and they're like telling Tim, you're all about the money. You should be ashamed. Tim then responds to another lady. He's saying he's never asked for a penny and never will. Also, I haven't paid a person. People are far more important than money. He's never paid a person. He then gives a verse from the Bible. Yeah, and then it just looks like he goes back and forth with people in his chat. So again, it seems like this Don T is going to be representing Candus. Candus, you should represent yourself. I don't understand why you would want anyone to be the voice for you. And I'm wondering now if this is why Tim came out with all of this, saying that, the media manager page has, pretty much done everything it could, and he kind of wants to delete it. He needs to think about it first. Okay, spokesperson, stop Candus making a fool of herself and lies with rent. I mean, I always feel like if you've had a lot of different people coming in and out of Candus's life, regardless of their intentions. And an addict is only going to help themselves if they really want to. So, you can tell someone to go get help all you want until you're blue in the face. And it's not going to do anything. It can actually cause lots of arguments and stuff like that. I really wonder if anybody really ever told Candus, like, dude, you need to go, like, really push that. I don't know. But again, she won't get help until she wants it. And I don't know her personally, so I can't say if obviously if someone wants it, she would have gotten help already by now, right? Imagine sobering up after the past 10 months. Again, she could be still drinking because her daughter is missing, her husband's in jail, her boys have been taken. She can continue doing that because of that. Not finding excuses for her. But I wanted to share this all with you guys for anybody that didn't have Facebook, because I know people that follow me on here, subscribe to me, not follow me, sorry, that subscribe to me. You guys always say you don't have Facebook, so I just thought you guys would be interested to seeing that. Is Tim Mullen I think Tim Mullen's gonna slowly go bye-bye. I don't think he's gonna last very long. You have Candus saying she doesn't want him. You have this Dawn T lady saying, get the F out of here. We're done with you. There's no need for you. I am the spokesperson. I really don't see why he would still stick around. You know what I mean? What Candus needs to do is she needs to call him herself and tell him over the phone, like, I don't need your help. I will take care of everything going forward. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to say that, because Tim could just be like, well, Dawn, brought me along, blah, blah, blah. But then again, or is he going to wait till Dawn gets out and then wait to see what Dawn tells him? But I just feel like, dude, if you have if one of the family members, the parents of the missing child, is telling you this, like, why would you still stick around? It's just weird to me. Like, why are you inserting yourself that way? Scott says he don't have Facebook. Put a 1 in chat if you don't have Facebook, a 2 if you do. I thought everyone had a Facebook, honestly. It wasn't until I got this channel that I quickly learned a lot of people don't have Facebook. I was like, that's so crazy. Yeah, she's deep in her addiction. So I seen that, let me take this off. Do you guys have any more questions regarding that? I mean, you would think that, right? To getting the boys back. But you know what, guys? Sometimes addiction, unless you've been through it and it's hard. I'm not a professional. I know I had an addiction when I was in my 20s. Thank God I didn't, go through it, a lot of things that, we hear about it. I just thought I was having fun, right? I was like, I'm not hurting anybody. But I was hurting myself. But she knows what she has to do. Like, she's not stupid. She knows what she has to do. But her addiction's just stronger than that. She just doesn't. I don't know how to word it. Like, for myself, I'll speak only from my own experiences. My rock bottom is different from someone else's, and I had friends who hit rock bottom and went to rehab and sobered up, and then they sadly went back on it again. So, it's not like you could hit rock bottom and then be like, okay, you'll never do it again. My rock bottom, when I hit it, I was like, it was on 4th of July, and I told myself, it was about 16 years ago. It was 4th of July, and it was at night, and I remember it was my rock bottom, and I said, I'm never going to go through this again. I deserve better. And I told the person that was with me, that was, I said, I'm never doing it again. And they laughed at me, and they said, yeah, right. And I said, I'm not. And I stopped cold turkey, and I didn't go to rehab or anything. I just did it myself. I ended up, started going for walks, and then that turned into going for runs. And then I started just being really focused into my fitness and my health. And I just started, I guess I got addicted to that because I started doing that every day, but everyone is different. Everyone has their own kind of rock bottom, their own story, and, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, she should be getting better for her children, but unfortunately, I feel like unless you've been, through that, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain. Okay, I'm going to share something, and I know you guys are going to be like, oh my God, Ernie. Matthew says, I have an ex-addict myself. It takes a massive life change to make you get clean, like the birth of my son. Yeah. Everyone is different. What will make you get clean? You know what I mean? Also for me, I think I was in denial. I just thought I was having fun. I thought I was just partying. I didn't realize. It got to a point, though, where I realized I was doing it every day and I wasn't even getting high anymore. I was becoming a functioning addict, which is so bad. And then the rest of my life was just falling apart. So everyone is different. I want Candus to get sober. I wish she would go to rehab. But I just don't see that happening anytime soon, unfortunately. And it's interesting because now Don is in jail, right? He is getting sober, right? How's that going to play out when he gets home? Because if anybody's been in a relationship when one person has gotten clean and the other one hasn't, that's how's that going to play out? I don't even know if she realizes she has a problem. I mean, it is clear she has a problem. Any addict can see an addict, right? We all recognize it from a mile away. Her saying she was not drinking, and then literally on camera on Benny's channel, we catch her taking a swig of something. She's trying to be, all secret about it, which it was like, I know a lot of people laughed at it, and even I laughed at it too. But then sometimes when I sit back and I think of addiction, I'm like, damn, she has a real problem right now, like serious problem. Well, there, even for clean urine, isn't there like things you can buy to do that? I'm seeing a lot of you saying tubes. All right. So, yeah, I agree, Silver tongue. Your name is funny. Yeah, I'm glad I recovered. I'm glad my addiction didn't go to a route of what we've seen with certain addicts in their life. Yeah. And part of me thinks too, you know, if when Summer, if Candace was starting to already drink when she got back, I mean, the timeline and what she says happened just doesn't make sense. And it just makes me wonder why. What are you trying to cover up? What were you doing? You know what I mean? And as an addict, if she was starting to drink or if she took anything, um, it makes sense to me that she is covering it up as an addict. No excuses given. Please don't confuse the two. I don't know how it is now. I know back 15, 16 years ago, like I was saying, I knew people who used to use things to piss clean. Um, yeah. I don't know how things are now, but I'm just saying from back then. All right, you guys. So what you guys are looking at is Ernie Show. I know I'm not promoting his channel. We all know that Candace has been quiet, right? The last time we've actually heard from Candace is when she was puking. Is that the last time we've heard her voice? Or she was trying to puke, I believe it was. Is that when? Let me move some stuff around. Give me a second, guys. Is that the last time we've actually heard Candace's voice? Is when she was by the lake or something like that. And she sounded horrible. A lot of people were thinking she was drunk. Other people thought she was hungover. People thought she was just sick. I was just thinking if she was drunk, I mean, and in the middle of being sick, I was thinking, why would you even answer the phone? Like, it was just weird that she even picked up the phone for Ernie at that moment. She's literally feeling like that. I thought that was pretty interesting. Hawkins County says she has to break the law to be arrested. Well, I mean, for anybody, you have to break the law. Yeah. Lisa says that she don't want to get sober and she don't want to pretend and act like she's sober. She just don't want to make any effort to do anything. Yeah, I feel like that too. Like she gives no effort for anything. Anything. And think about that, even for with Summer and even spreading awareness. Like she gives no like what I don't even want to say minimal effort. Like what effort? I think she sounds different because you see, when she's drunk, she sounds a certain way. when she's sober, she sounds a certain way. You know what I mean? Even when she did the first interview that we watched with, remember, what was that? WJHL? Is that one? Where she's sitting down, remember? Even how she was then. I don't think she was drunk there. I think she was on something, though. Did you really, Matthew? He says, I used to smuggle my dog's pee, which he means, into testing. That must have been a long time ago, right? Because even if someone goes in there with you, they don't like watch you. Do they like literally eyes on you, watch you pee? You know what I mean? I know their backs are turned, which I had heard back then. I'm not sure again how things are now. Yeah, correct, exactly. She sounds different depending if she's high or drunk or even sober. Well, the whole dogs thing, are you talking about the one that was in the street or something like that? I've seen some stuff like that. I listened to the audio too. Oh my God, Dee. Let me know. Oh my gosh, she says, sorry, I have to go. Neighbor's house is on fire. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, we haven't heard anything from Candus. She's been really quiet. Some have speculated that she had even COVID. That's why she's been so quiet this whole time. Um, we know she's okay though, because there have been people who said that they've spoken with her, and she's okay, you know. But we haven't seen her go on Ernie's. When I'm saying she's been quiet, like we haven't heard her voice. You know, she usually goes on there. Um, oh, okay, 10 years ago, Matthew. Hey, Meep. All right, so this was Ernie's live. This was streamed 4 hours ago. And there are just like two clips that I'm going to play from here. He talks about how he's been in contact with Candus and that he gave Candus a cell phone because he claims that Candus's phone that she had was bugged. So he gave her a phone. He also talks about that, you know, she's going to break her silence. I think he says in the next day. So I'm thinking tomorrow. By what he says, she's going to break her silence, which just means she's going to be on his panel pretty much. I'm guessing, or he's going to call her or something like that. Let me just play this for you guys really quick. So let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Whoa, that's too big. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let me move things around. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, how can I do this? I'm trying to think, how did I share this? Was it through YouTube? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I just need to know if I need to mute myself or not. We're going to try it through Windows. So let me know, you guys, when I play, if it's echoing. If it's echoing, I will just share it on YouTube. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Much one person can do. Let me go ahead and address this. I love how this happens. Well, nobody answering. Don't believe our ES spoke to Candus, and yes, right now I'm going to call for a wellness check for her. We need her, and you have to understand that you need her. Did you see?
Is it echoing, or, I mean, like the audio? Can you guys let me know? Just say it's okay, it's not okay. Let me see what you guys say. Just let me know if it sounds okay. Okay, thank you, Katie. Good. Okay, thank you guys.
See how you said we need her, Plant Diva? Who is we? That's the big major question. Who is we? And yes, I did talk to Candus. I talked to Candus. And you'll see, and the next day, you'll see she's going to break her silence. You,
So he's saying in the next day, so I'm guessing tomorrow, she's going to break her silence. Again, does that mean she's going to go on his panel tomorrow? I'm almost certain that's most likely what he means.
see what's been done. Now, say that she plays the old Candus and she does not want to do as she said she was going to do before. Well, I've got the video.
See, right there, I don't know what he means by that. I'm going to play that part again. Hopefully, I don't go too much. He's saying if she goes and be's the old Candace and doesn't do as she said, I'm guessing is he talking about the search? Because remember, Candace didn't want to do the search before. She was giving all these excuses, right? And then Ernie did a live, and that live has now been taken off. I don't see it anymore, but he had said that Candace agreed there was going to be a search. She agreed to it and all this stuff. So now, let me play it. Hold on. Let's see.
Want to do as she said she was going to do before. And the next day, you'll see she's going to break her silence. You see what's been done. Now, say that she plays the old Candus and she does not want to do as she said she was going to do before. Well, I've got the video.
Well, I got the video, he says. So what is he going to blackmail her? Like, I don't understand that comment. If she goes and be the old Candace and doesn't, like, I don't know what he means by that at all. I thought that was strange.
You see, it's just like when I was a kid, 7 years old, watching Columbo. Literally, that's what I did. I never watched cartoons. I watched Scooby Doo, that's it. Or Columbo. I was all about Columbo and learning. So, yes. We need her because she has scads of info, a suspect, maybe even a witness. Who's we? Who is we? I just see you, Plant Diva. Plant Diva? Who is we? Yes, she does have loads of info. I have loads of info now on you, who you consider we. There you go. You're more than welcome to come up on panels that you want to interrupt and talk about that, Plant Diva. Here, let me give you a little link here. That way you can come up and you can tell me who we is. I already know who we is. Oh, they're going to get a lot of attention. We the people, all of us, law enforcement. Oh, you're law.
I always am confused what he talks about because I don't follow him. Does anybody else feel like that?
Law enforcement. Wow, that's nice. Why don't you come on up? Come on up.
Okay, let me get to the other timestamp because I think he just talks to this person. Let's play right here.
Because people understand that I gave Candus a cell phone that couldn't be tracked so she could get away because I knew what was going on.
So he's saying he gave Candace a cell phone so it couldn't be tracked.
Okay, the link's up there. The link's up there, Cheshire Cat. Come on up. Come on up. You see the link? It says StreamYard. It's in front of it there. There's a reason I gave her that cell phone. There's a reason I gave her that phone.
Hey River Blue, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I don't understand the deal with Planet Diva. What's going that I don't know either. That's between Ernie and that person. I really don't know either. It's not important to me because it has nothing to do with some or even talking about Candace, honestly. That's between him and that person. I think I just played it a little too long, the audio. Sorry.
Wow. How many people remember me talking about giving her a phone? I gave her a phone so she could get out of everything because the phone she had was bugged. Her phone was bugged.
So he says he gave her a phone because her phone was bugged. Candus' phone was bugged, Ernie is saying. Put a one in my chat if you think Candus' phone was bugged, if you believe it was. So a one if you believe her phone was bugged, a two if you don't, and a three if you're just like, I don't fucking know with this case anymore. I don't know. Anything is possible. One, you don't believe it. No, one, you believe it. Two, you don't. And three, you don't know with this case. That her phone was bugged.
How many people remember me talking about giving her a phone? I gave her a phone so she could get out of everything because the phone she had was bugged. Her phone was bugged.
How do you know her phone was bugged, Ernie? Like, I'm sorry, but I have watched Ernie with certain things. He says things, I'm just like, oh my God.
Everybody knew everywhere she was going. I went and bought
Everyone knew where she was going. That's not because her phone was bugged. It's because she was going on your panel and everybody's panel, and pretty much everyone knew where she was at, or she would tell people. Come on.
new phone and gave it to her. Now let's get back to the snake around the saw.
Let me see what you guys are saying for my StreamYard. You guys are, I'm seeing twos. I'm seeing a lot of twos in here. Twos. I mean, I don't think her phone was bugged, honestly. I mean, who knows with this? I'm kind of two and three. Who knows, right? But I don't think, for his reasoning that he's saying it because, what did he say? He takes massive pauses.
Oh, they're going to get a lot of attention. We the people, all of us, law enforcement. Oh, you're law enforcement. Cheshire Cat, you have it there.
Sorry.
Because people understand that I gave Candus a cell phone that couldn't be tracked so she could get away because I knew what was going on. Okay, the link's up there. The link's up there, Cheshire Cat. Come on up. Come on up. You see the link? It says StreamYard. It's in front of it there. There's a reason I gave her that cell phone. There's a reason I gave her that phone.
He was supposed to go to jail, but he didn't go to jail. I don't know. I'm confused with all that.
How many people remember me talking about giving her a phone? I gave her a phone so she could get out of everything because the phone she had was bugged. Her phone was bugged. Everybody knew everywhere she was going. I went and bought a new phone and gave it to her.
But hold on, there's a comment. Where did it go? Where did that comment go? Her kid is missing. It is probably so it probably was bugged. No, but Ernie is not stating like it's been bugged from law enforcement. He is stating that it's bugged because everyone knew where she was at all the time. And my thing is everyone probably knew where she was at because she was constantly going on, different panels. And she's probably telling people where she was at. I mean, she seems to only be home most of the time or her one friend's house, right? I mean, it's not like because people were saying she was going to that concert. Like, that's not because your phone is bugged. Let me see what you guys are saying. I've seen a lot of twos and threes. No, bug. He's saying bug. It was bugged that because everyone knew where she was at. Vicky. Vicky says he saw a cockroach on her phone. Oh my god. And I thought he was supposed to be arrested too. I don't know what happened with all of that. I always wondered, Nana and everybody else in chat, if after Summer went missing, this is something I've always wondered. And we could just speculate, right? But after she went missing, Summer was missing that night and the next day, was anybody surveillancing them like Dawn? Did anyone, we know Grandis left after a while too. She was okay to leave, right? That's something I've always wondered. Yeah, I don't think that was what Ernie is insinuating though, like from law enforcement. I think he's just meaning by how certain people probably on YouTube knew where she was at. Probably people calling her, like Benny calling her. But then she would answer and talk to Benny. Benny would have that on his channel. You know what I mean? So now Ernie gives her a phone. He probably bugged that one. That's speculation. Meg says, does BK and Ernie really not like each other? Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't take a phone that I would not take a phone if I don't know. I would just go buy I would not take a phone from someone. I would be probably like, yeah, they probably have it bugged. This YouTuber, hey Donna, I didn't see you in chat. How are you? Vicky says, male channels seem to create so much more drama than female, at least the ones I frequent. Really? Ernie and Benny's channel are the only ones that I've seen like that. I feel like more women. Yeah, so I don't know. So we'll see if Candus tomorrow, maybe in the next few days, goes on Ernie's channel, breaks her silence. I'm hoping she just, because I personally think she knows more when it comes to this case. So, I mean, like I said, the last round's live, I only continue to watch anything that Candus is on because I keep thinking she's going to slip in some way. I don't know if I'm just torturing myself with it, driving myself mad, thinking she is. Yeah. So we just got to wait and see. So, but I do watch certain things Ernie puts out. And sometimes I've noticed he'll say things like if he has proof, but yet Ernie never shows any proof of certain things. So I don't know. Will a search happen? I hope tomorrow, if she's on there, Candus, tomorrow or whenever she does go on there on Ernie's, because Ernie's saying she's gonna be on there. So I wonder if the search, it seems like that is going to be something that is going to be brought up because everyone is wondering, is another search, not by law enforcement. I want to make that very clear, not by law enforcement, but whoever Ernie has that's going to go there, if that's going to actually take place or not. We just have to wait and see. Oh, I seen a little part of that. I seen BK playing an audio of Doug, and I felt exhausted listening to Doug. I was like, he needs to breathe. Breathe. Like, my God. I thought it was a recording like on his voicemail, and then I realized it was live. I was like, oh shit. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't follow the beef between the two. I seen it though. I seen BK was playing it and there was audio, and I was like, oh my god. I know. I know. I just I feel like I keep watching her thinking she is though. Is anybody else like that? You keep watching things like Candus, because honestly, or else why I wouldn't be watching a lot of these channels. There's really no their content isn't what I personally would watch. You know what I mean? So I continue torturing myself, thinking she's gonna say something different or. And I mean, we know law enforcement is watching all of this too, right? With Candace and everything. And is something about to happen? I mean, I know Jody Sue went on her live and she said that her daughter was questioned again recently. And then did you guys see on that other channel? Oh God, what is her name? Shit. Fuck. I don't know the name of the channel, but damn, what if I get the wrong channel? I'm not going to say because I don't know. But another channel had this lady, the one that talked to Grandis. Remember, she was on Critical K's channel, Just K, I think is her new channel. That lady who spoke with Grandma, which I personally believe this lady did talk to Grandma. I just want to say I do believe she did. I think something she because she did write things down. So I'm just wondering if she's getting all her information correctly. But anyways, this lady said that she was actually questioned by the FBI recently too. So you have Jody Sue saying that they came and talked to her daughter again recently, and then you have this lady who was speaking with Candy saying that the FBI paid her a visit too recently, and I was like, oh shit, interesting that both. So I'm just wondering, is something going to happen soon, which makes me feel good knowing. I mean, we should know that we only know like what, maybe 10, if that 10% of what law enforcement does. I'm sure it's way less. You know what I mean? Um, I'm just hoping this case gets solved. Donna, she says, torturing myself watching some channels too. Seriously. Yeah, Jody said there was she went live, I think 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure, but she broke down though during the live. She started crying and she talked about that. I guess having to have her daughter have to like relive that or something like that. But she broke down crying, like she had tears. She did. Yeah, please pray for Summer. Yeah. Meep says that I don't think she's going to slip one of these. I think she's going to slip one of these days. I hope she does. I mean, that's why I keep watching things with her. Um, I keep watching and listening because I think, hey, Callie searches equals answers. How are you? I thought the audio was funny. I just couldn't watch that every day, but I thought it was funny, the audio, because I was like, Doug, breathe. She says, sometimes I watch for entertainment. Yeah, me too. Me too. No, she hasn't. That's why. I mean, I haven't seen her on anything yet. It has, and usually in the Facebook groups, that's where you first see it, that Candace has been somewhere. So I haven't seen, and people just keep saying, like, where is she? So I didn't, Carrie, I don't see that on his is it, he has it programmed? Because when I went to his page, let me check right now. When I went to his page this morning, oh wait, does he have two different channels? When I went to his page this morning, I don't see that. Is it the Ernie Shao channel? Let me see. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. I swear, you look up Ernie's name. There's so much content about him. It's crazy. Did I not? Did I not? He has what's the new channel's name, Carrie? Do you know it by any chance? Okay, do I have any mods here? Let me see. Make sure it's coming Gridley 48. Hold on. Because the one I was showing, it's not on there. Hold on, let me go to his channel. Hold on. Ernie Shaw, these are 2 channels, both his. Are they both with just, oh, I already put it in there, Valerie. I was gonna ask if you can put the email. Hold on. Let me go to his Ernie Shaw one. Let me see. Because when I seen it this morning, I didn't see. Maybe she'll email me it right now. Hold on. Let me go to my. Because I have this one and I don't see. Ernie's really like full of himself. Look, oh my gosh. I'm looking at it. All right. Well, I'll find it and we'll talk about it. We shall see. I'll look for it, you guys. And Carrie says she's going to email me the link. But I guess it's happened. What did she say? So she said that Candus is scheduled for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on his new channel. So I'm sure most of you know the channel, or if you guys want, I can just share it on my community. I want to see what Candus says. And then, yeah. All right, you guys. So I'm going to wrap up this live. I told you it was going to be a quick one, was not going to take up too much of your time. Ernie Shaw has these 2 channels. I know one of them had like a number for a name, but I wonder if he changed it. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. I'll put it on my, once I get that email, I'll share his new channel. Well, I'll share. Tomorrow I will put it up in the morning. And I will, Scott, you know the channel name? And I will put it up for you guys so you guys can watch it. And we shall see what Candus says. I want to know about the search. Is the search going to happen? Thank you, Nana. Meep like it's a big production. I just want to see if Candus talks about. I want to know if they're going to be there. I want to know if she's going to allow people on there to search is what I want to know. Oh, I agree. She says, I think if the story changes as it has in this case, it points to guilt. That's just my opinion. Oh, Matthew, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Amanda, I didn't know you were here. Were you just listening? Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you, love. Okay, bees needs. I will. Carrie's gonna email it to me. You would think I would know all these functions with YouTube. Thank you. Look at bees knees. Aw, trying to help us out here. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Oh my God, Rose, there you are. Where were you, Rose? River Blue says, I believe that Ali, TBI are busier than what they're credited for. Oh, I think so too. I know, at least for the TBI, I mean, we also have FBI, you know what I mean? I don't believe they're all in cahoots with Hawkins County to not find a missing 5-year-old. There's no way, no one can convince me of that. No way in hell. I can see Hawkins County, and not just them. I'm saying like when I look at a case, you know, because you know with Timothy Dees, I haven't went live on it, but talk about a lot of bullshit with the counties that the mom's dealing with, his mom's dealing with. So I can see certain things, but I'm not going to believe that TBI and FBI are all working with Hawkins County not to do anything to find this missing child. There's just no way. I don't believe that. Was going home, stomach ache. Oh no, I hope you feel better. I hope it's not the poops. All right, you guys all have a good day. Are you guys watching the Johnny Depp trial? I haven't watched it at all today. I haven't had a chance, so I will catch the replay of that when I'm getting ready for work. I will definitely listen to that. And thank you guys all for being here with me. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I don't know if Scott's still here in the chat, Scott H. But I've been wanting to look at the map with I've been telling you guys I want to look at the map, and I know Scott H knows the area. So maybe he could be in chat or come on or something like that. All right, guys. Carrie, okay, I got it. Gotta go. Okay, send it to me too, Carrie, please. All right, yes. Peace and love to all, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay blessed, and God willing, I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye, guys.